Alright guys, beloved, we're here to play some more Ratchet Clank 3 up your arsenal. What are we doing this time? We're doing some reading challenges. Haven't done these in a while. See how many we can do in the space of 15-20 minutes. Shouldn't be too hard, these are pretty easy. Oh man, I've got exams coming up big time. I wish I hadn't put them 4 days. Not 4 days, 2 days in a row, the first 2 days of the exam period, so I get 1 week to study, one study recess, so that's the weekend after uni finishes, the Saturday, Sunday, then the Monday to Friday that I don't have uni, then the weekend after that week. So that's 9 days total to study. Then I have 3 exams in the space of 2 days, plus I have a take-home exam I have to do over those 9 days that I just talked about. Fuck that, right? Thankfully, one of the exams is half take-home, half in the exam room. What they do is they give you all the questions beforehand. They give you a bank of like 16... Not 16, how many is it? 16 plus... It's like a bank of 23 questions from which they will pick... How many is going to pick? There's 2 parts of it. I'm trying to figure out. Part A has 16 questions. They're going to put 8 on the test paper, and you have to answer 5 of them. Part B, there are 7 questions in total. There are 5 they're going to put on the exam paper, and you have to answer 2 of them. No, there are 4 they're going to put on the exam paper, and you have to answer 2 of them. Right. With this challenge, by the way, this whip one, this is going to take a long time because you don't have much ammo for the whip, and it's at level 1, so it's not going to do very much damage. The key to this is just letting them kill each other and dealing with the remaining enemies. Hopefully I can get this guy to kill the other guy. It's not lined up very well. There we go. See, and I'm just going to kill this guy. And you do this. I think this does more damage, I'm not quite sure. So now I've got quite a bit of ammo left. Still not much, but you know, you do what you can. But yeah, you basically get you get a set of questions that you take home. They'll put a selection of those questions, not all of them, just some of them, on the exam paper, and you have to answer a certain amount of the ones that they give you. Not all of the ones that they give you, just some of the ones that they give you. So if you don't even have to answer all the questions at home. As long as you answer most of the questions at home, you'll be prepared to answer the ones that they give you. But it basically means you answer them at home. They expect you to answer them at home, and you're supposed to remember the answers somewhat, and you give them in the exam room. So it's basically you're giving them an essay that you've pre-written, but you're writing it in the exam room. That's what's happening. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is seriously just the most annoying shit. God. There we go. Do it again, do it again. No, there we go. There we go. See what I mean? Takes a long time, but this is how you gotta do it. So, yeah, that exam's technically a take-home exam, if you want to put it that way. But the other 2 are entirely in class, no nothing. Well, not that there aren't practice exams, not that they want to put up revision questions, but I don't know the questions beforehand. So, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. You have to do lots of revision over that week. It's not going to be a very fun week, and thankfully they've got episodes of this backed up, so you don't have to worry. But after that, I'm just going to be fucking sick of it. And after that, I might be working full-time for 3 months, which indicates an even bigger slowdown in episodes and shit. But that'll be good, I'll get me some money, which I need. Maybe I'll feel like an adult with a job, because I haven't felt like an adult in a long time. Yeah, shoot him in the back. There we go. Does anyone else? No. Oh, shit. There we go. Thanks for helping me out. That's what you get for helping me out. This challenge is like the essence of douchebaggery. You let the enemies help you out, then you just kill them because you're a jerk. Whack him, whack him, whack him, whack him. Whack, whack, whack. Come on, whack.
He could be championship material, folks.
Whack, 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 whack. Gotta love the AI in these old games, huh? They just don't notice. They just don't get it. There we go. That's good enough. There we go. I'm actually doing way... I'm letting them kill way more of themselves than they have to. I've got way more ammo than I need. But speaking of feeling like an adult, I think I mentioned that on the previous episode. I've got no clue. I've been reading all this seduction stuff about, you know, confidence being part of making yourself more attractive, just in general, not just to women, but just in general. I think, though, there might be like an underlying thing where, though confidence will help me out, there's still elements like me not driving and me not eating properly that might totally fuck that up. Like, I can be as confident as I like. That doesn't change the fact that I don't eat properly, and it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to have to tell people I don't eat properly, especially women who I want to go out with. I don't know, it just seems like that is a thing that has to be dealt with, and that there's certain types of confidence that I don't have. And, oh no, are you shitting me? Ah, fuck that, I'm not doing that again, forget it. I'm not wasting time. That's annoying. What? Did I just hear weapons going to be switching mid-round? Oh no, the type of challenge is going to switch mid-round. Okay. That is okay. Yeah, like maybe there's social confidence and culinary confidence that I don't have, and social confidence that I don't have, and driving confidence that I don't have, travel confidence maybe. There might be certain types of confidence that I don't have, which might be linking this up, because I mean, I can be as confident with women as I like. If it eventually comes out that, oh, I don't eat properly, I have selective eating. But that's the other thing. I found out that what I have isn't just fussy eating, it's apparently a fucking mental disorder. Not wanting to eat or try new foods is a mental disorder. Akin to anorexia and bulimia and stuff like that. I'm not anorexic or bulimic, but it's along the same lines. Which was fucking not surprising, but at the same time kind of, okay. Shit, I'm a broken person. Oh no. And all the stuff on relationships and eating disorders, it's all about the woman having an eating disorder, because they're the ones who have anorexia and bulimia and shit. There's nothing on men having it, because we just don't. It's so rare in us, we just don't have it. Which sucks. There's no one I can relate to in this regard. It's kind of like good in the it doesn't make me feel as guilty, because maybe it's this neurological thing which I don't have much control over, but at the same time, a woman isn't going to care, and why should they? Like, why should they have to put up with it? Like, I don't even recognize how integral cooking is to people's lives. Cooking is just a non-issue to me. Like, I don't do it, I don't engage in it. I wouldn't care if you did or did not engage in it, but they would. Like, you don't cook at all, you're not going to cook with me, you're not going to cook for me. I can't cook for you, maybe I'll find that fun. It's a bigger thing than I think it is, but, you know, I just don't have that value, because I just don't, it's just not a part of my life. But yeah, it's weird. And it's just that, eating is that one thing that is just, everyone does it. Pretty much everyone does it. It's such a rare thing to not do, that I think, as well as confidence with approaching people, confidence with food might be like the second sword. It's not even a double-edged sword. It's just a double-bladed sword, and both blades are stuck in my stomach and just being turned around and making me bleed funny. Oh, can't use that anymore. That's how quickly did that upgrade? I remember buying that on fucking first using that on like planet Tyrannosis. Bloody hell. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. This challenge, oh man. This one's almost upgraded too, look at it. I've got lots of bolts, I think I'm saving up for the rocket launcher if I remember correctly. But shit! I'm losing weapons very quickly. Oh boy. Man. I've done it before, so it's doable, but it's annoying. Yeah, man, I think maybe that food confidence is a problem. And it's weird, it's seriously, it's the same thing with women. If I'm in a good mood, I'll talk to women. I'll approach people, I'll make conversation. Maybe not to the extent that I would like to, but I'll still give it somewhat of a go. But if I'm not in that mood, I won't even consider it. If I'm in a good mood, I will at the very least consider eating some stuff. There's some stuff I still won't eat, like meat looks disgusting, totally foul, and I wouldn't touch it in a million years. But if I'm in a good mood, I can at least imagine myself eating stuff. So it's kind of the same aspect, just applied to a different thing. But it's still, I don't know, I just don't see this ending as much as I'd like it, as quickly as I'd like it to. And I've been thinking a lot lately. Like, I went to Sydney over the weekend to see the Colin and Brad show, which I'll talk about in a moment. It was fucking awesome, if you couldn't have guessed that. It was amazing. But I was seeing all these couples together in Sydney, walking around late at night, because it was a Saturday, so they were out, of course, out in the town, and they're just all around restaurants, and they're all walking in there, and they all look normal. They all look like normal size, and they all had beards and shit. It was annoying. And there's this expectation that a boyfriend will have these things. They'll have a job, and they'll have facial hair, and they'll have a decent build, and they'll have a certain ability with conversations. They'll have a certain friend group. It's so annoying. Some of it's true to some degree, but some of it's not true at all. But it's just the emotional reaction to it is just fucking irritating. Alright, gotta first these two. I really don't have much weaponry to work with. Oh wow. Holy crap. I do not have much weaponry, I don't have much ammo. Man. What else have I even got? Oh wow, like nothing. Oh wow, that does heaps of damage, holy crap! Fuck, yeah, look at that! Holy shit! That is crazy! Look at all the damage that does! Whoa! Please come down over here. Yes! Oh my god! That's nuts! Wow, you were gone quickly. Yeah, it's annoying. How I see that and go, oh, I need to be this certain person to be a boyfriend, but that's not true. But the eating thing is still such a big issue. Like, it not only prevents me from meeting people and, like, engaging with them or thinking that they'll want to engage with me on that further romantic or sexual level, but it prevents me from going places and meeting new people. It prevents me from traveling to other countries and meeting people and doing things which I like, which allow me to meet new people in ways which I will find comfortable. It's just bullshit. No, I don't want to do that one. Not doing that again. It affects so many other things that it might be the second crux, along with just being confident in general and stuff, which is just annoying. But going to see Colin and Brad was awesome in two ways. Like obviously they were just amazing. Like holy crap! Like for a start, I can verify it's made up. We were giving them suggestions and they were rolling with it the whole time. It was so good. Oh, and there were a couple of quite brilliant moments. Like they at the beginning they asked for like Colin said, give us a European country. Someone said Singapore, which is just wrong. And that was at the beginning. We didn't make ourselves look very smart. At one point they said, Colin said like name a common noun. And we just sat there and didn't say anything, including me, who did editing class and knows what a noun is. I don't think it's so much that we don't know what a noun is, but it's kind of the nerves. It is kind of a nerve thing that maybe the smart people don't have, but no one called out a noun or any word for that matter. We just sat there silently going, boo. And he said, this seems to be a common issue with Australian audiences. There was also, for those of you who don't know, there's a game called Scene to Rap, where they both have they do a scene. There's only the two of them, so at any point one performer can say kick it after the other has said a line, and the other has to rap, working with the idea that they just introduced with that line, working with the line they just said, and they have to keep rapping until the person who started them says word. And Colin made Brad rap. He said kick it. And so he starts rapping, but he never said word. He just let him keep rapping. He just let him rap for what must have been at least 3 to 4 minutes straight. And he kept rapping. He just kept rhyming off the top of his head. He did extremely well, but he just kept rapping and he couldn't stop. He was a victim to Colin's evil improvised douchebaggery. And Colin even put the microphone in his pocket. He didn't even have the microphone in his hand. For quite a lot of it. Brad just had to keep rapping it. I was laughing the whole way through that. That was so funny. They are so talented. Oh my god. They are amazing. If you ever get the chance to see the Colin and Brad show, fucking go. I demand you go because it is amazing. It is worth whatever it costs you. It is so good. But yeah, it is all made up. They make everything up. They did it with Whose Line. They did it kind of like a longer form. The games went on for longer. They kind of cut down on Whose Line so they can fit more games into an episode. But yeah, it's more of a true form of improv. They do longer games and stuff, which is cool. They also did some new games, which they didn't even do on Whose Line. I think they did one called, I'm not sure if this was new, but they didn't do it on Whose Line or Improvaganza. They did a game called, I forget what it was called, but it was a game where they called about 8 people onto the stage, like 8 audience members. And they said, like, at certain points we're going to put our hands up, and the person at the microphone is going to say whatever comes into their head. We're going to have to work with that, and then the person who said that moves to the back of the line, and then move on to the next person. And then when the performer puts their hand up, the next person in the line says whatever comes to their head. They can say a sentence, a word, whatever, but the audience provides the line. It's kind of like Sentences. That game where they provide sentences on pieces of paper and they give them to the performers to say and they pull them out of their pocket. That, but with people standing there giving them lines whenever the person puts their hand up, instead of them getting lines from their pocket whenever they're putting their hands into their pocket. And they tried that game out. That was pretty funny. They did another new game, but I can't remember what the game was. Oh no, I can. They did a game where Colin, one of them had headphones over. I think Brad had headphones over his ears the whole time. He didn't even know what the scene was. Like he put the headphones on, then Colin got suggestions from the audience as to what the scene would be. Then Colin started the scene, and then Brad would perform, not having a single clue what was going on. He would like provide lines and stuff and act, but because he had the headphones on, he didn't know what was happening. The game was okay. They hadn't tried it out before, so they said, but that was a new game that they provided or performed. And they did You Know What I Mean, if you know what I mean, the game with innuendos and double entendres and stuff. But they kind of did like short form, like they'd go, okay, give us an occupation, and we'd say like dentist, and then they'd do like 3 or 4 lines of innuendo, and then they'd say, okay, give us another occupation. Unlike on Whose Line, where they just did one occupation and they did like 2 to 3 minutes worth of innuendos. Or in Colin's case, look what I can do with the donuts, for those of you who watch the show. So it was amazing on that front. Like, it was so fucking good. And even though Colin isn't paired with Ryan, who we usually pair him with in terms of being amazing, Colin and Brad have an excellent chemistry. So if you ever get the chance, go see them. They are fantastic. End plug. But I swear they didn't give me money. I didn't get to meet them after the show, which kind of sucks. I was hoping to get a photo, but oh well. Getting to see them was amazing enough. I was exhilarated by the performance. I was so enthralled. But that said, just seeing an improvisational or comedic performance puts me in an extremely good mood. And I think that's key to me meeting new people, is getting me in a good mood. And if I perform, perform stuff at uni or whatever, even in a bar or a club, I don't know. A club would be a bit difficult with loud music. And that'd be a bit weird. Be like dance with a girl like having a grind up on your dick, so. And party music, what's up with that? Don't you find it weird when you want to sleep with me and you're running up against my car? That's a bit weird, isn't it? I don't think that would work as a comedic atmosphere. But it puts me in a mood that makes me want to meet people, makes me want to try new shit. So maybe maybe I could try new food by playing Helping Hands and having some person stand behind me and just forcing food into my mouth. Maybe that's the way this is gonna work. Maybe that is the way of the future. It puts me in such a good mood. It's just fantastic. Oh man, even talking about it right now is making me happy. But yeah. The other thing that sucked about it, or well, not the other thing that sucked about it, but the one thing that sucked about the Colin and Brad show was entirely my fault. They, as I said, they asked for people to go up on stage. They asked for volunteers. And as I said, there was one game where they asked for 8 volunteers. And they said, if you think you can think fast, put your hand up and we'll pick you to come up on stage. And initially I was like, can I think fast? I'm not really sure. And I hesitated. And when by the time they picked like 7 people, they didn't say how many people they were going to pick. They ended up picking about 8 people. But by the time they picked about 6, 7 people, I'm like, okay, I'll put my hand up. But they didn't pick me because they picked all the people already. So I didn't get to go up. And of course, me putting my hand up late indicates to them that no, I can't think fast. So of course I don't. You know. I was also kind of in the middle, quite a few rows back. Like I was like only 6 rows back. I had a pretty good view, but it would have been a hassle to get me out. So maybe they didn't pick me for that reason. So I kind of missed my first opportunity to go up on stage, which was horrible. Which was just stupid on my part. I should have just put my hand up immediately. The second game they did was sound effects, where they picked one person from the audience and they had the other sound effect for the other performer they did by giving the microphone to an audience member in a row right at the back. And then they would pass the microphone along, and the microphone would just get passed through the audience, and each person would do the next sound effects. Each successive person would do the next sound effect. But they did call one person on stage to do Colin sound effects. And when they said we're going to do sound effects, who would like to do the sound effects, I instantaneously put my hand up. I was just like, pick me! But they picked someone in the front, which was kind of shitty, but oh well. But they didn't do any other audience participation, or they did do audience participation asking us for, you know, locations and words and scenes and stuff, but they didn't call anyone else on stage, so I missed my opportunity, which was entirely my own fault, and luck of the draw. It wasn't anything else. So it sucks, but yeah, that's what happened. If I ever see them again, I am not making that mistake twice. No way in hell am I doing that. Do I have ammo for anything else? Doesn't look like I do. Oh no, got ammo for this. Ammo for this is just flying around. Ammo with free will. Oh shit, no! Ah! Please get in the thing. Crap. There we go. So yeah, I didn't get to go up on stage. It was a bit disappointing. I would have loved to shake their hand and work with them, but oh well.